Hello, happy people, and welcome to your Moment of Zed, the YouTube channel dedicated to the most beautiful car in the world, the BMW Z3, or as the Scottish call it, the Z3. I'm Mark, and today we're going to do something a little different. Last week I had the opportunity to take a great trip to Spartanburg, South Carolina, technically Greer, South Carolina, the small town where the Spartanburg BMW plant is located, and I got to take a tour of the Zentrum, which is German for center, basically the BMW museum at the factory in Greer, Spartanburg, South Carolina. So, wanted to take you with me, and we're going to walk through the museum, which is amazing if you ever get the chance to travel there. It's great. It's absolutely free. You can take your time, enjoy it. There's a little gift shop, which we'll check out briefly. So let's go on that tour.
And it's a blustery day here in normally beautiful South Carolina. Flags at half staff because of a recent shooting, unfortunately. But the beautiful Zentrum, a semicircle building with fountains in front, and the BMW sign sticking up out of one of the fountains prominently. By the way, if you're going to visit the Zentrum, please do it on a weekday because it's closed on the weekends, unfortunately. Also beautiful park there. As you enter, kind of an overview of the entryway view with some of, I think, the nicest cars right up front. So they get you coming really fast. That's about half of it you can see. The race car off to the side as you walk in. To start with the Goldeneye Z3, this is the actual James Bond Z3 that made the Z3 famous in the Goldeneye movie with the SC South Carolina 007 plates, Atlanta blue, just like mine. A little bit of ancient BMW history. This is the BMW, the first one to use the iconic twin kidney grills. Very beautiful little roadster from 1930. With an unusual, but I think really nice and appropriate boat tail. More BMW ancient history. The 319, this is the saloon version, and this was a big seller for BMW, and it used a 1.9 liter straight six, and certainly BMW straight six engines have become famous to the brand, most definitely. Very neat exterior rear tire, pretty burgundy color, nice car. On to a little plant history. The first South Carolina BMW, the first BMW produced outside of Germany. This is a 318i, and it has the signatures of all the workers who were at the plant on that first day building that first car. Very cool. To start the Z series, the Z1, the quirky roll-down doors of this very unusual car. That's kind of the forerunner to the Z3, and it has a very wedge-shaped, I think, very 80s look to it, but still very pretty. The last Z3M Coupe, the famous clown shoe version of the Z3, developed in secret. This one is the last one with very cool graphics. Interior, beautiful car. Love to have one. Prices are going up a little bit, but maybe someday. Next, the Z4. This is a Z4 Roadster and a landmark vehicle, the 1 millionth BMW produced at the plant in Spartanburg. Spartanburg used to make all the Zs. Now they make all the Xs, I guess because Americans love SUVs, although many of them are exported. This one, a dark blue, tan interior, pretty common combination because it's beautiful. The Z4 looks are really starting to grow on me, to tell you the truth. This is the last Z4M Coupe, to tell you the truth. Before I visited the museum, I didn't know there were Z4M Coupes. This one, a dark color, red interior. Again, a beautiful car. Like I said, the Z4 looks are really starting to grow on me. Still prefer the Z3, but hey, if you want to give me one, I'll take it. Last but certainly not least, the Z8. The really, it's like the 507, but updated. The 507, the iconic roadster BMW from the 50s. This is just This car is just plain sexy. Everything about it, interior, exterior, the tapered tail. This is just a beautiful, beautiful car, and they're going for about $250,000 at auction now. Speaking of expensive cars, an E30 M3 from the mid-1980s with the basket weave wheels. This, of course, is really kind of the car, I think, that started the fame for the M Motorsports division. This car's looks very boxy, very 80s, but have aged so well. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous car, very desirable. 1980s M3. M, the most powerful letter in the world. They have their own small section here with a civilian model M3, and behind it a race version M3 GT from the aughts. Built to win.
What?
On to something quirky, the i8 electric sports car. I think BMW thought this was going to be a big seller. I thought it was going to be a big seller. I've seen a few out in the wild. Pretty car, I think, but definitely quirky, and did not sell like BMW expected it to. BMW started out kind of almost as an early leader in electric vehicles, but dropped the i8 and the i3, kind of its little compact commuter electric car. Very unusual. BMW fans felt that the i3 was a very unusual car for BMW to be making. It was not successful either. From quirky to quirkier to quirkiest, the Isetta. This is outside the Isetta Cafe, the currently closed due to COVID snack bar at the museum. The Isetta, built in the 1950s and 60s.
Sure.
Front door to open and kind of slide in. An iconic BMW. These two are going for incredible money if they're in good shape, or even if they're in bad shape. But very neat little car, and certainly an icon as well. On to modern BMWs that are actually made at the plant today. Again, the Spartanburg plant makes the X series. This is the X6. This is the X4. And you can see some of the prices as well. This is an X3M competition. Very fast, very expensive. Hey, if you can pick one up, I don't blame you. Onward to another very, very special car. This one in a gorgeous orange, reddish orange hue. This is an X5. This is the 5 millionth BMW to be built at the Spartanburg plant. The Spartanburg plant has expanded multiple times, makes many, many vehicles per day. I forget the exact number off the top of my head, but this was the 5 millionth US-built BMW on display at the Zentrum. And finally, the largest X-Series vehicle, the X7, very large, very stately SUV. Doesn't come cheap. But I think this car, again, a very stately looking car, has the larger grills that BMW is starting to become famous for, but on the size of this car, I think they're pretty appropriate, and they look right on this vehicle. We finish up in the gift shop. It's a BMW lover's dream, even for young BMW lovers. Start them off right, moms and dads.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. I know my family and I sure did. By the way, there's also factory tours available. They were all sold out the day that we were there, so we didn't get the opportunity, but I will definitely be back, and I look forward to doing that someday. If you enjoyed our little tour today, please hit that like button. Thank you as always for being here, and until next time, drive safe.